Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. So today we are beginning with a new chapter, that is chapter 5, coordination, the linking system, and part 1. So what exactly you mean by coordination and why are we calling it as the linking system? So in our various daily activities, we see that we perform various life activities. For example, you see you run around, you play around, you talk to your friends, okay, you watch movies, then you eat, you sleep, you drink, you play, you jump. So all these are the basic activities, day-to-day activities which you undergo as a human being. So animals also walk, okay, they move in search of food. They travel from one place to another. For example, birds also fly from one place to another. They go in search of food, shelter and water. So all these are the basic day-to-day activities which each biotic component, okay, say it animals or plants, will undergo. So plants rather they do not move from one place to another, but they will be coordinating in their life processes. Okay, as we have studied in nutrition, we have studied in respiration, transportation, there is some coordination happening. Whenever there is photosynthesis, there is a process of respiration occurring also on hand. Okay, so how are these life processes carried even in a plant? Okay, now moving on to human beings. We have seen the day-to-day activities. Now you write, you make a pencil sketch, you draw, you walk, you talk, okay, you do aerobics, you do gym. So how are these activities happening? All these are happening due to a proper system in your body which is coordinating all your movements. So for proper coordination and for any action to be done, there are three major things which involve. First one is movement, second one is balance, third one is coordination. So all these three are very much required in a proper way so that we give a proper response for a reaction. Now for example, you are walking on a road, okay, you have the movement, that is what you are showing, your movement of your legs. You have proper balance, you are balancing your legs, so whole of your body is balanced by your legs. And there is coordination, you coordinate, you don't go here and there, you go in a proper way. If your destination is somewhere, you go to your destination itself. So movement, proper balance and proper coordination together will give you a proper reaction or response to a situation. So movement is very much required, and movement automatically will balance this situation, and finally there will be coordination occurring. So all these three should go hand in hand for a proper balance, movement and coordination to be carried on. Now for example, you see people who are drunk, they cannot have proper movement, they do not have proper balance, they do not have proper coordination. Why don't they have coordination, students? You will be normal when you're not drunk, but once you're drunk, you see that your brain is stimulated. There will be no proper sensation happening from your brain to your body. So immediately there will not be any coordination to your whole body parts. In turn, you lose your balance, you see that they'll be moving here and there will be no proper movements also shown. So indirectly all three are getting affected. So for proper coordinated balance or life to occur, these three, movement, balance and coordination, are very important. Now when you are sketching something, you are drawing something, you have proper coordination with your brain and your hand. Now I'm thinking of sketching a scenery. My brain tells me that I should use this type of pencil, I need to use this color so that I can paint it in a very beautiful way. And on hand there is a proper balance. I am maintaining a balance between my brain and my hand, and then I am doing. My brain is coordinating my hand hand is maintaining a balance, and finally I am showing a movement, that is my hand is moving on the canvas and I am able to draw or paint. So all the day-to-day activities which you see, that is running, jumping, playing, drawing, anything, singing or anything, should have proper coordination. So for proper coordination to occur, you should have proper movement, you should have proper balance in your body, you should have proper coordination along with your brain to all the activities which you are doing. So how is this coordination happening? How are you able to coordinate with your brain and your body parts? Suppose a car is arriving in a signal, and at a signal and you finally move out of that place, you do not stand at that place. How is this happening? Because you have proper coordination with your brain, you have proper movement of your body. If there would not be movement, what would happen? Even though you have coordination, you would be standing in that place itself, and it might lead to an accident. So proper balance, proper movement in that situation along with coordination with your brain is required in this situation. So I hope you all have understood what is coordination. Now why are we telling it as the linking system? So we have seen movement, balance and coordination, all three of them are interlinked to each other. Okay, as we have taken the example of people who are drunk, they do not have proper coordination. Coordination means what? The brain is not sending proper signals. The brain is stagnant, so their brain is not working properly, so their balance is also in return affected, and finally their movements also, if you can see, they are affected. So this is how the linkage system will be formed in your body. So in the chapter of nutrition, we have seen digestive system, we have seen excretory system, we have seen system, we have seen transportation system, and now in this chapter we will be learning about the main system in your body. How is your brain mainly coordinating with all of your body parts? How is your brain sending signals, and how is it receiving signals from all of your body parts, and how are you giving a response? So just imagine, we tell brain is very much needed. If you do not have a brain, you cannot work. Now I'm talking, I'm coordinating with my brain. Each and every word I'm speaking is coming from a reaction from my brain. My hands are moving, my legs are moving, I am talking, I'm looking. So how all these are happening? Because I have proper coordination between my brain and all of my body parts. That is why I'm able to maintain the movement and I'm able to coordinate in a proper way. Okay, and now when moving on to balance, it is very difficult to stand still on two legs. Okay students, even though you are standing still and maintaining your balance, how is this happening? Okay, so all these questions will be answered once we move into the details of the chapter. So coordination, the chapter of coordination will be coming across the important topic, that is brain. How is it coordinating with your body? How is response being given? What are the other organs involved in your body for creating a proper response? And how is your brain working? What are the parts of your brain? And how is it helping to maintain coordination of movements? Okay, so if there is no proper coordination, you see brain dead people, they do not have proper coordination. They cannot even speak because their brain is dead. And they cannot perform any activity. Everything they will depend on others. For each and everything they depend on others. So brain plays a very important role in coordinating each and every movement or each and every day-to-day activity of your life. So this is all about the introduction to what is coordination and why are we calling it as linking system, because your brain is interlinked to all parts of your body. You see that all nerves from your toe and from your hands are linked to your brain, and if there is no proper coordination, if there is no proper signaling between your brain and your hands or any other part of your body, there will be no proper actions, there will be no proper response. Okay, so you see mentally retarded people. Why are they retarded students? Because they do not have proper coordination between their brain and their movements. They laugh unnecessary things. Okay, they react in another manner, in some other manner than required. So why is this happening? Because there is no proper coordination. So more about this, how your brain is signaling, what are the parts of your brain, how is the spinal cord involved, what are the types of systems in your body which are coordinating with all parts of your body for a proper movement and coordination we'll be discussing when we move deep into the chapter. So this is just the introduction to coordination, the linking system. Now we have seen that there should be the three important things: movement, balance and coordination, to understand how we give responses. Now the second topic which we are discussing is response to a stimulus. Response to a stimulus. So students, you might have come across the word stimulus in your lower classes, in your class 9, when you have read about sense organs. I guess you have come across the word stimulus. So what is stimulus? For example, you touch a hot pan. Okay, touching of hot pan is a stimulus. Finally, you will have sensation and you will have a response. So how are you getting a response to a stimulus? So whenever the stimulus is there, that is whenever you touch, stimulus is nothing but evoking a response. So for a response to be given, there should be some stimulus. For example, a touch me not plant. How many of you have observed a touch me not plant? Whenever you go and touch, the leaves will get curled, it will get shivered inside. So this is due to we have given a stimulus. What is the stimulus here? The touching of my hand is the stimulus here. Finally, it showed a response, that is closing. So for any stimulus, there will be proper response or reaction which is generated, and it is coordinated by each and every part of your brain and your body. Now for example, a cat and a rat are there. A rat is seeing a cat hunting it. It tries to escape from that place where the rat is trying to come and hunt. Why? Because it is showing a response. What is the stimulus here? It has seen the cat coming. That is the stimulus. And what should be the response, immediate response of the rat? It should run away. So whenever there is stimulus, there is a proper response. So for every stimulus in this world, there should be a reaction. As I have told you, whenever you try touching a hot pan, touching the hot pan is a stimulus. Then finally you will give a response by not touching the hot pan, and finally you will remove your hand. Rather, will you put the hand again and you keep waiting? No, you show immediate response or a reaction by pulling your hand back. So this is a response which is created. How is this happening? Because the main organ, your brain, which is present, is coordinating all of these things. Your brain plays a very important role. The stimulus, that is the touch of the hot pan, is reaching your brain. Your brain is signaling, and again it is sending back those messages to your hand not to touch the pan, and you are taking back. So this is how stimulus is created. A response to stimulus is created and you take out. So whenever there is stimulus, you will give a proper response or reaction in that situation. Okay, now let us understand this with a very small activity. Now you have your friend and tell your friend to catch a stick like this. Okay, you just ask your friend to catch a stick like this and tell him to leave this stick down and try to catch the stick wherever your friend has caught. So your friend's role is he should catch a stick, he should suddenly leave the stick, and you should try to catch the stick wherever he has caught. You need to mark the point where your friend has caught the stick. So within how much time of time span students did you catch this stick? It might take 2 seconds, or few of you might have lost to catch the stick. You might have thrown the stick down itself. So why is this happening? Because your brain has coordinated with your muscles of your hands. Now if I am leaving the chalk like this, I finally catch this chalk with this hand because my brain has coordinated with the muscles present here, and finally my hand has shown a response that yes, there is a chalk falling and I need to catch it. Now if I could not catch it, it will fall like this. So same in the case of your activity when you do it with your friend. So if you have caught the exact mark where your friend has caught when he was about to leave, if you have caught this stick, it is very fine and good because you are coordination with your brain and your muscles is very perfect and you have caught. And if your proper coordination is not there, you tend to leave the stick or the chalk. So from this activity we have understood that there is proper coordination between your brain. So 3 things are majorly required. So students, in the activity we have seen there is proper coordination happening between the brain and the muscles of your hand. So as I have told you, your brain is interlinked to each and every part of your body where coordination takes place and equal response is given. So how is this happening? There are three major steps. First one is stimulus. So that stimulus may be from the external environment or internal environment. So the first step is stimulus, then processing, and response. Are you clear, students? So these three steps are followed for each and every action. Okay, first there should be a stimulus, that is from the external environment. The information should be gathered. So whenever the information is gathered, the stimulus is collected, and finally it is processed by your brain. And whenever there is processing happening in your brain, the brain sends signals to all parts of your body, and finally you will give a response. So these three important steps go hand in hand for a proper reaction or response to be given. Now for example, I go near rose plant and I touch the rose plant. I suddenly remove my hand from that rose plant because it has thorns. So what is the stimulus here? What is the touch here? The touching of the rose plant stem is the stimulus. What has been processed in my brain? Suddenly the sensory receptors which are present on my skin have sent messages to my brain that there is some feeling of pain, and finally my brain sent back a signal telling that I should not touch it, and finally I have removed my hand. So my brain has sent signals back again to my skin, and I have shown a response, that is removing my hand. So these three things have worked in a coordinated manner. My brain, my muscles and my sense organs have worked in a coordinated manner to create a response. So this is how there will be response to any external or internal stimulus. Have you understood and followed the introductory part to coordination, students? So today we have started the new chapter, that is coordination, the linking system, and we have seen each and everyday activities are coordinated, and for proper coordination to occur there should be proper movement, balance and coordination occurring along with the main organ present in your body, that is your brain. And we have seen the second topic, that is response to stimulus, and we have understood this topic by taking an example and doing an activity. So your homework for today is you need to open your textbooks, read the introduction to coordination, the linking system, understand it very clearly, answer the questions given in the activity which we have performed today from the textbook, and get back to our next classes. So as we move on in this chapter, it would be very interesting to know about your brain, the structure of your brain, and what are the systems present in your body which are coordinating and how they are giving a proper response for a proper situation. Okay students, in our next classes we'll be moving forward. Until then, thank you.